Welcome to ManCave Garage Workshop. Today we're going to talk about our first project in the garage, and that's the garage floor. So we looked at a number of options, including epoxy and garage floor tiles, and we determined that the epoxy was going to take too long. We have a lot of stuff in the garage. We didn't really know what we were going to do with it while the epoxy had a cure. So instead of having to deal with that, we did decide to go to the garage floor tiles. The floor tiles are a quicker installation, and once they're in, you don't have to wait for it to dry or anything. So, and from a price perspective, it wasn't that much more, than the epoxy. So we did feel like that was the best option. And I did have seen the garage floor tiles in the past in neighbors' garages, and do feel that it's something I've always wanted. So we were excited to do this, and so anyway, without further ado, we'll show you some clips of some of the in-action shots, and then of course the final reveal. Before we get to some of the action video, I did want to talk a little bit about the product itself. So we did get the product from GarageFlooringLLC.com. The version of the tile that we chose was the Truelock HDXT small coin. The reason that we went with that, so they have a couple of other versions. They have a ribbed version, which actually have spacing in the tile itself, which I was afraid, because this is going to be a workshop, that sawdust and nails and screws and things like that might fall between those things, and really not be able to get those out. So I didn't want the ribbed. And then they have a diamond as well, a diamond pattern, which when we have rolling carts and tables and things like that in the garage, I felt like that probably wouldn't work. So I felt the small coin was probably the best version. They do come with a 12-year warranty. Considering we're replacing an existing epoxy floor in the garage that had it's about 8 years, and it started looking pretty bad after about 5 or 6. I think the 12-year warranty sounded pretty good. So really hoping that these will hold up over time. Don't forget to subscribe and capture this and all future projects around ManCave Garage Workshop. As you can see, the floor has been done with an epoxy that was done about 8 years ago. You can see we have some tire pull-up that happened, and some cracking as well on the floor. The next project that we're going to do, the first project we're going to do, I should say, is going to be doing some of these tiles. I decided to go with tiles as the new flooring, so we're going to be doing that going forward, and that'll be the next project, or the first project that we'll show you here. So one of the problems I have with this garage is the third car garage is set back just a little bit. So as you can see here, the 2-car we started in the front. On the front left corner is where we started, and we were able to line that up very evenly with the front of the garage. The male ramps were put on the front edge, and then when we got over here, you can see the third car is set back just a little bit. So that made me cut the tiles. And so when I cut the tiles, what you can't do is the male edges cannot attach to a cut tile. So instead, I got the female tiles, and basically what I used is a construction adhesive to keep these down. And so I put this Gorilla Glue heavy duty construction adhesive. It worked really well. This stuck really fast. And so all I have to do is just this one last piece, and then I'll be done with that. I just got to cut the edges and then get all the way to the back of the garage, and we'll be almost done. You can see the notches on the edge of the male piece that would normally attach into the loops. Since those stick out, I did have to take a knife to the cut tile and notch out so that those would sit flush against when I put the adhesive on and glued those down. All right, welcome back. It is now almost 11 o'clock at night, so I started this project at 8 this morning. We ended up deciding to paint the garage as well, so we did give it a nice white coat of paint, so that took some more time that we didn't actually plan for today. But overall, I'd say if you were doing a 3-car garage, you can probably expect this to be a 8-hour project, so it is a full day. So anyway, here's a great reveal. So as you can see, we decided to do a blackout American flag theme. We do like the way it came out. Very nice and clean. Much better than I think the epoxy floor. Hopefully we'll like it in the long term. As you can see, we had to do some cuts along the edges. So we did have some, we did start on the other side, right up against the wall. And then this side, we just had a sliver that we had to do, and then as well as this bump that we had to cut around. And then we did have a few tiles short, so we are gonna get some more tiles to cut around the water heater. I'm not going to attempt to lift that up, but otherwise we did get all the way around the garage, so came out very nice. We're very impressed with the product, and thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and catch us for our next project for Man Cave Garage Workshop. Thanks. See you next time.